That don't mean nothing wrong, just how I was raised. I grew up in a house where a man don't cry. Keep it all inside, let it pass on by. Ain't nobody asking how you really feel. You just learn real quick how to keep it sealed. So when I get quiet, I ain't pulling away. I'm just trying to find the right words to say. I don't wanna speak from a place of heat. I'd rather take a minute, stand on my feet. I ain't mad at you, I ain't trying to run. I'm just working through it till the feeling done. Don't mean I don't feel, just cause I get still. I was taught to carry weight without letting it spill. I got pain in me.
Good evening, Trish. Good evening, everybody.
I got thoughts I conceal, but just cause I'm quiet don't mean.
Good evening, everybody. We're going to have a great show tonight. My co host is on his way. Good evening, Trish. Good evening, Prophet. Good evening, everybody. It's just good for us to be here. And again, we send condolences to a dear friend of mine. Hey, Tamal. Send shout out to the Pride family up in Maine. A dear friend of mine has gone on home, and we definitely want to remember the Wells family and keeping them in our prayers. Yeah. What's up, T Mal? What's up, my friend? What's up, brother Mallory? It's good. It's just good for us to be here this evening. And fellas, if you want to talk as a father, as a parent, what if you close your eyes? What if Nolan? What if Nolan was your son? What if Nolan was your son? And if you want to come on the hot seat, fellas, and talk about it as a father, feel free. This is our theme song in the background. Don't mean I don't feel.
If I open up too fast, I might say it wrong. So I take my time just to stay strong. It ain't that I don't trust you, I'm just learning how to let you in without losing me. Don't mean I don't feel, but that don't mean nothing wrong. I don't care. I just learned to carry it without putting it everywhere. Yeah, I feel it all. Ooh, just don't always show. Yeah. Something loud with it.
There's Snake. There's Snake.
Quiet with mine. But that don't mean nothing wrong, just how I was raised.
There we go. There we go. Good evening, everybody. My co-host is here. Let me get him in the building. My co-host is here. Let me get him. Let's get sneak in here. Yeah. Family, amen. My. Yeah. It's just senseless. Amen. Let's get sneak in here. There he is. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Snake.
Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Well, good evening, my dear brother. How are you?
I am coping.
That's a good word. I like the adjective. A lot has happened between this Tuesday and last Tuesday. Good evening again, everybody. I'm Dr. Sims. This is my co-host. They call him Sneaky Phil, the chef of chefs, the legend among legends, the Army Ranger among Army Rangers, the director of security of directors of security, and he can make a mean red bean and rice. I'll tell you, he can make a mean red bean and rice. A lot has happened between last week and this week, and I want to talk to you as a parent. And talk to you as a father, talk to you as a father of four, and now you're a grandfather, man. There's a lot transpired, and I saw your post on a lot of things. We lost somebody in government. I've lost a dear friend of mine. We lost somebody in government. I
I'm
thought,
sorry.
like you said, I thought it was gonna be M Square. I thought it was gonna be Eminem, brother Mitch McConnell, but you know,
It is what it is. I'm gonna I'm gonna avoid that. I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna go straight to the kids.
okay,
So now I am at a little bit of a disadvantage because I got all girls.
okay,
Okay, so the talk that I give to my girls is different from a talk that I would give to a son.
that's very true. And I have two
Okay,
sons.
right. So the conversation therein lies would be different. Conversation to girls, obviously, be respectful and, don't make yourself a target for the police and blah, blah, blah. But my biggest message to my daughters is penises are poisonous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just terrible. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were like, no, they're not, Dad, because Mama be dead. Anyway.
I know, and I tell, and what I told my sons coming up, especially when they started, really being fascinated with the opposite sex. I told them, I said, if a young lady ever tells you no, you stop right there. I say, don't you
Mhm.
force yourself on anybody, and with this Nolan Wells situation, we always taught, if you leave with your crew, you come back with your crew. You
Yes.
always find a buddy. You know what I'm saying? You be safe. You be safe out there. And my boys went to a private school, a private Christian school in Dothan, Alabama, and they were around predominantly white friends, white students, white classmates.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I am a product of military schools.
Right.
Okay. My father did 21 years in the Air Force. I went to kindergarten, first, second, third grade, Okinawa, Japan,
Oh
Kadena Air Force
wow.
Base. From there, I think it was fourth grade at, I think it was Wordsmith Air Force Base. It's closed now in
Right.
Michigan. And then he retired in Chicago.
Right.
Okay. Um, so I got registered in school. They took me. I went to Raster Elementary. I got there, and I was like, I ain't never seen so many black people in my life.
Come on.
Now, I'm in fourth grade now, but I'm in the south side of Chicago.
Right.
Okay, so obviously the school wasn't as good. The curriculum wasn't as good.
Amen.
We're in class, and the teacher was asking them to read a sentence,
Right.
and these kids were. I'm like, these N words can't read.
Right.
What do you done got me into? Anyway, long story
It's
short,
small.
it was my turn, and I kind of ran through a sentence. I ran through a paragraph. I wasn't thinking. Blah 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 blah.
Uh-oh.
He's a smart N word. So now you start getting bullied and blah blah blah. So that caused me to kind of pull back, which is
Right.
terrible.
Right.
But you didn't want to stand out. But anyway, moral of the story is I was kind of reverse. I had never been around solely black folks growing up. Okay. And then once I got to that environment,
Right.
there was kind of a culture shock. So I was oblivious to the don't be the only dark spot in the crowd
Right.
because I was the only dark spot in the crowd.
Right. The only
was
fly.
different.
The only fly in the buttermilk.
Exactly. Now, not always, but but there was a lot of
Amen.
a lot of everybody in a military school. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot
Right.
more discipline in the military school because if you start acting up, they're gonna call your family member that's a soldier, or they'll talk to the chain of command. You're gonna get right, or my parents are getting in trouble.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
that doesn't exist in the civilian world.
That's correct. That is correct, Sneak. That
That
is
doesn't
correct,
exist in
Sneak.
civilian.
That's a good
So,
point. Hey, Andrew.
so after I learned that, once my not culture shock, but once my understanding happened, then I started getting the brother rules. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they didn't apply to me when I was small. But now I'm on the south side of Chicago from fourth grade and beyond. Now I had to learn the homie rules. I had to learn the black rules, the black codes.
Right. Right.
So I was ahead education wise, but I was behind in street smarts.
Yeah. Yeah. You had to get caught
Okay.
up real quick. You had to get caught
I
up
had to get
real
caught up
fast.
real quick. Took a couple butt whippings I didn't deserve, but just not knowing what you don't know.
That's
That
right.
type of thing.
That's
Now
good.
back to this young man. Um, I don't like the fact that it doesn't seem like it's a transparent investigation.
Oh
All
man,
right now,
OMG. Real quick. Hey guys, listen, if you want to come, and we're going to have this conversation this evening. If you want to come and share your couple of pennies on what you feel or believe, join us. And Sneak and I are going to peel the meat off the bone. And you have heard ad nauseum to this point everybody's estimation what they believe has happened. And I put a post on my page. So I really want to hear what Sneaky feels, how he feels everything went down, because it's mighty suspect. Because if the tables were turned, i.e., three brothers and a Caucasian gentleman,
mhm.
those three young men to be in jail right now. I truly believe that. So
Well,
Sneaky,
I'm not.
come
I'm
on,
not
come
gonna say
on,
they be in jail,
come
but I
on.
will say that there would be a in-depth investigation. They'll be like, "We found this. We found this. We
Yeah,
found that."
yeah.
All right. They'd immediately start going into what you're not hearing. If it was three black guys and a white kid, they'd be in the black kids' history already. This was
Oh,
in their
you
social
already
media.
know. You
This is
already
what they
know.
did. They had a run in with the law. They did this, and this. But even when they take the picture, you see the black kid's face and everybody else is blanked out. Now I understand they're innocent until proven guilty,
Right.
but I'm like, why you can't show their face?
That's hey, come on. Okay, let me ask you this, Sneak. Let me ask you this. So if it were one of yours that did not come back, what would you have done? Because see, a lot of people are so cavalier. Well, y'all are jumping to conclusion. Well, why y'all saying this? Y'all don't know anything. Wait till all the facts come out. And I just simply ask everybody, what if it was your child that didn't come back? How would you
If
be?
it
You
was
wouldn't
my
be that
child,
cavalier.
if it was my child, I would put some faith in the investigation.
Yes,
But
sir. Yes, sir.
as
Yes, sir.
soon as it doesn't feel like my son was getting justice, I might be in jail. I might be in jail. I'm a professional, and my skills are unique. I don't want to sound like that. I got a certain set of skills.
Come on, do the Liam Nielsen. Come on,
I
do it
don't.
for me. Do it for me. Do it for me.
I don't want to be the Liam Nelson, but I do have I'm skilled in certain areas, and I don't know, man.
I, I,
I might be in prison. I'm telling
Man,
you.
I got two sons, Sneak, and I'm praying hard. The Lord and I talked. Me and my wife had a conversation the other day, and I said, and a young man, a young friend of mine, I said, man, what would you do? What if that was Jonathan or Jordan? Because I remember, and I may have talked about this last Tuesday, but I remember my son went to Alabama. My youngest son went to Alabama, and that's a school
Mm,
in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And in this SEC football is big here. And one weekend, Sneak, he wanted to go to a game in Mississippi, and he wanted to go tailgate with a lot of his friends. And I said, Jordan, I said, baby, I said, if you don't hear Daddy say anything else to you, I said, please stay on campus in Alabama. I said, please stay on campus. You can party, y'all can have a good time, do what you want. I'll send you a little extra money this weekend, but baby, please do not go to Mississippi with your boys this weekend. And I just begged him. That's one time I really begged my son to listen to
Mm.
his dad.
I'll tell you, I've traveled all over the world.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I done gotten to my drunken stupors all over the world too.
Man, I
I
got a
have.
couple of memories.
Now, I have been stumbling stupid drunk in Italy. Not proud of it, but just a story.
Okay.
I've been stumbling stupid drunk. One of the few black guys in the group made it back safe.
Yes, sir.
I've been in the Kyrgyz Republic, okay, right below freaking Kazakhstan, next to China. Drunk and stupid drunk, and got home safely
Yes,
with
sir.
help. Okay, I've been in the Philippines, drunk and stupid. Now you can't go everywhere if you got to be careful in the Philippines. Anyway, I've been around the world and not worried about it.
Amen.
And I would not do that in some places in my own country.
Isn't that amazing? I get your point. I get your point. And we're
Yeah.
not loved everywhere either. We're not loved
No,
everywhere.
thanks for putting it gracefully. We are hated in
Yeah.
places in our own country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
And I say
totally
this
hear
all the
you.
time. I've
Hey,
gone to
Grumpy.
war. I fought. And when I've gone to war to fight, I fought for everybody. Okay? I didn't vote. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm taking care of my family, but the benefit is I fought for white supremacists. I fought for skinheads. I fought for people that are racist. I fought. You just got caught up in the group. I fought for you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Amen.
But there's places I can't go because those same groups would be willing to take my life.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's man, and again with the Nolan Wells case, they're saying, well, why is Ben Crump, why is Reverend Al Sharpton, why are they involved? They're race baiting. Listen, I don't care what you're saying. They're just trying to grift this family. They're trying to make money. I don't care what price can you put on the life of your 18-year-old son. I don't care what you're saying. Who else, if you don't want Ben Crump, Al Sharpton on the case, who else can we get? You can't trust the
See,
local authorities. Who else can you get?
we put those individuals are emphasis on the situation because of their history, their reputation, and what they've done. Okay, why Crump? Why Pam Bundy? You know
That
what I'm
part.
saying? Why Al Sharpton? Okay, why Cash Patel? They're the people that are in the positions or they have the leverage.
That's
You
a
see what I'm
good
saying?
word. That's a good word. I like that word. I
They
like that
have the
word.
leverage. All right. What they say, all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
There you
You
go.
know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? We have to,
Hey, Dion.
in some occasions, rely on our own because we don't have the confidence in, and I'm just going to say it, Caucasians or other, we don't, based on their history, not what I think, what I know, what you can read, the heinousness and evil
Ooh,
things
come
that
on.
white people have done to black people.
Come on. Come
All
on.
right. And all those folks didn't just disappear, they had kids
Thank
and
you.
they're still here. Right after the Civil War, they didn't oust, kick out, and exile all the folks from the South.
Come on.
They're still here.
Come on, Sneaky. Come on, Sneaky.
And that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah. Come
They're
on.
still here. Who got mad because they were trying to take away the Confederate statue? Put them in a museum. We don't want to destroy them. Take them off the street so it doesn't intimidate folks. Put them in a museum. You can still see it. No, you're messing with our
This
heritage.
is man. And good evening, everybody. We're having a great conversation. We're talking, and tonight we're talking as fathers, as parents. My heart breaks for the Nolan Wells family, and to hear his mother and father doing a lot of interviews they did last week. I have two sons. Sneak and I were talking a few minutes ago. He has four daughters. I have two sons. He has a grandson now. I have two sons, 30 and 28. And my heart breaks for that family. And the Blue Table Talk is for men. And we're talking this evening. Our heart is heavy because he did not come home. And when you hear a lot of people being so cavalier about it and saying, well, just let all the facts come out, I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm going to put it to you like this. And like Sneaky said a minute ago, I'm a man, I'm a pastor, but I promise you, I'll let the legalities roll out. But I'm telling you, Ben Crumpton have been on that phone with me. Al Sharpton, I would have called him because who else? And like Sneaky said, who's going to get the eyes on this? And that's all we need. We need pressure put on this situation because I bet you right now, and I'm just going to say they are trying to find a scapegoat because somebody's going to have to take. And I'm going to put it in air quotes, to fall for this because they know somebody's guilty. They know who the guilty party or parties are. They
See,
know.
that's where it irks me. And
Come
I
on.
don't want to counter you.
No,
My
no, come
heart's
on.
not
No, we're
heavy. My
talking.
heart's mad.
Let's.
My heart's angry
Well, I feel
because
you,
as
dog.
soon as I heard it, I was like, "Here we go again."
Yeah,
It happened
I hear you.
again. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
The
sir.
only reason I'm not screaming Emmett Till because there wasn't a woman involved.
You bet.
It happened again.
Yeah. And this one just hit me different,
And
Sneak. I'm angry as well because somebody else, another young black man, 17, died the same weekend, and it just hit me a little different this time, Sneak, because I was thinking about my
I got
boys,
you,
and
but
it just hit me different.
Well, what gets me is the compound, and I'm going to kind of swap on you.
Okay,
Yes, this was a black man, but now we have the Frozen group knocking them off.
I know.
They're knocking them off, and no one's yelling and screaming about it from our Congress.
I understand.
Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. And I'm gonna get off of politics real quick.
You okay?
They are the ones that rein in the judicial branch and the
Right.
executive branch, and they're doing nothing.
I know.
They're doing nothing. The last law that went into effect from our Congress is because even though our president didn't sign it, it couldn't be stopped.
That's right.
So they pushed that one through by accident, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you're right.
And the
You're
regular
right.
system didn't go through. Now it's a benefit for the folks. But come on, now we're passing laws by accident because the executive branch don't want to help. Come on, man.
I know, right? Come on,
So
man.
now I'm gonna transition into how are you, sir?
I'm I'm all right. I'm just going through a moment of bereavement. A dear friend of mine that again met on a live stream 2015. His wife called me at 6 o'clock in the morning a few days ago, and he had passed.
I'm
He
sorry.
had some heart trouble, and he caught pneumonia, and was coughing in there. He went to the ER and kind of was up and down, and he didn't make it. So I'm working on my itinerary now. I'm gonna fly out to Boston, drive up to Portland, Maine, and go to the funeral next Saturday on the 25th. So just a little melancholy this evening,
Mm,
just
understand.
life is so precious, man, and I look forward to spending time with you every Tuesday, so we can chop it up with each other, man, cause life is so precious, and we get to encourage the men and ladies, and we get to just fellowship and really talk about what's on our heart, and
Absolutely.
just how was your week, my dear brother? And I love you. Thank you for the recipe for red beans and rice. And I wrote down, let's see, I wrote it on my card. I got all the ingredients. And Sazon is Sazon, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
It's a Spanish seasoning. It's a
It's
Spanish seasoning.
I got all the
Yes.
ingredients right
Absolutely.
here. And I love,
Nice.
you don't do trio, but you do what you called a red bean relish, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Kim,
got it.
my wife loves that. Put that on top, it'll change your life.
Okay, that's what you
It'll
already
change
know.
your
You
life.
already know, dog. You already know,
So
dog.
over the weekend, well, I decided I was going to do some oxtails. I don't know if you
Okay.
saw that.
Oh, I saw
Yeah,
that. I saw
that's
that.
on TikTok.
Yeah. You
Did
paid
the
about
full.
$100 for them, right?
Yes, I spent, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But yeah, it's about $100. um, Somebody put in the comments, well, I can do the same thing with $40 and get a 10-pound pot roast. I season it the same way. I said, me too. Absolutely. But if my wife asks for oxtails,
You guess what you
I'm
gonna
going to give
do?
her oxtails.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm saying? If I'm going to spend money, who better to spend money on than the person that I love? That's
There
what
you
she
go.
wants.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And so now everything was said and done, and it's on TikTok. I also put it on YouTube, by the way.
Right.
The whole recipe, I did it. I kind of condensed it real fast, quick, fast, in a hurry, but it came out fantastic.
Very good.
So then my brother-in-law, hey man, I'm coming over. I was like, uh-oh. I just want two of them bones. All right. And he got two. So I'm gonna get one more. The big ones. Man, I was hot. Now I didn't say anything. Hey man, fix yourself a plate, do your thing. I
Do
did
your
make two
thing.
pots of it. But then Kim started laughing at me because I was like, babe, I spent $100. He walked out of here with $20 worth of oxtails. And then 10
Uh-huh.
minutes later, I was like, I can't believe he took $40 worth of oxtails. By the end of the weekend, I was like, I spent $100 and he took $300 worth of oxtails out of it. We just laughed over it. It was fun. Every time I mentioned it, I increased the price. But them things came out perfect.
That's good. That's good.
The recipes on TikTok and on YouTube. Tell me what you think.
That is
And
awesome, man. That is awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I got to do them red beans and rice, man, because you had them looking so good. And I like the vintage video that you sent me. You look like a young Sneaky in that video.
I was. But see, now that I've done that the oxtail one, and I did a
Right.
fish one a few weeks back, people were like, "Hey, you need to come back, Daddy Cooks. You need to come back." So I'm getting a lot of good pressure
That's good.
from the tube of you. So I don't know. I might get back in. I might start filming again.
Well, you
Let's
know
see.
what? Why did you stop in the first place?
I stopped because I was going back and forth to the Middle East. And if you go through, if you go to my
okay.
channel,
Okay.
you'll see listen, I've been cooking in the Kyrgyz Republic, Iraq, Afghanistan. I got 20, 30 years of, well, not 30, but 20 years of YouTube videos, right? And it started out just me being me and exploration and travel. Then it just turned into
Okay.
a cooking channel.
I got
Okay.
you.
And then that kind of stuck. I changed the name. And I just stopped because of during COVID, I had to travel, go to a place, quarantine, go to another place, quarantine, get to work, quarantine for 2 weeks, and then got to do a PT test. Now I'm in my 50s at this point, late
Right.
40s, early 50s, still doing push-ups, sit-ups, and
Wow.
2-mile run.
Wow.
But I got to travel a day to get to this country. Now I'm stuck in my room for 2 weeks. So they're going to bring you food because
Right.
you can't go anywhere.
Right.
So you can do push-ups and sit up in your room, but you can't run.
Right.
And then after your 2-week quarantine, you got to pass a PT test or you go home. You can do a PT test. You got to qualify with 6 weapons.
Wow. Okay.
And if you fail, you go home. And
Right.
I got tired of doing it.
What you
I
say?
got tired
What
of doing
you
it.
say?
Look, in 7 years, I was never sent home. So I
That's
came
a
home on
blessing.
vacation. COVID hit, and I was just like, hey, once travel opens up, I may come back. And the deal breaker for me was I had a room on one side, we called the East End,
Right.
and then they had a camp on the other side. And I was like, if you move my stuff from the East End, I've been there for like freaking 4 years in the same room. If you move my stuff, it's a deal breaker. They're like, hey, everybody's moving back to the camp. I was like, yeah, you can move my stuff if you want to. And I never went back.
Don't you touch my stuff.
Don't move my stuff. But they did. And I hate to say this ain't a brag, but I walked away from a $170,000 a year job.
You better hush your fuss.
I just walked away. I ain't going back, baby.
That's
Hey, you
good.
ain't talk to me. I'm like, you ain't the one going. But yeah, she was a little salty over there. Yeah, but anyway, this weekend went fine for me.
Good.
I'm glad I got that recipe out just because people asked. Well,
Right.
I asked and people responded. Short rounds doing a little bit better.
Very good.
He's having issues with the poo poo on the toilet.
Understand. I understand.
We're working on it though. We're working on it.
That's very good. That's very good, Sneak. That's very good. I'm glad you got
Yeah.
your little man in your life. You got your little man in your life.
Absolutely. Hey, someone, Trish says, "Thank you for the recipe. You
Oh
are
yeah.
quite
Oh
welcome."
man, I got it. I'm telling you, I wrote it down. I watched the video. Okay, wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh, good evening again, everybody. I'm gonna show him that I listened to that video and your wife was filming. She's oh, that's so good, baby. That's good. She was propping you up,
mm.
man. She was propping you up. Smoked turkey, bacon, or sausage. Now, do you do all three, or do you do ham hock sausage, or do you do what's your meat of choice when you're doing your red beans and
It
rice?
depends on who I'm cooking for. All right.
Okay.
If it's for me and my family, I'm doing straight ham hocks. I got just as
Okay.
many ham
Okay.
hocks in there as beans. You know,
Okay.
my stuff's
I
really
I
meaty.
noted that. You said I got just as
Yeah,
much meat in there as I do beans.
just about absolutely.
Okay.
Now, if I'm cooking for someone that doesn't do pork, then obviously I'm going to go with smoked turkey.
Okay.
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 I will do sausage by request, but I'm not big on sausage on my beans. It's just a flavor thing.
Oh,
They're good.
really?
I would prefer to have ham hocks
Oh,
as
really?
opposed to sausage. Yeah, just a flavor
Okay.
profile.
Okay.
I'd avoid the sausage.
Okay.
Now, if
Let
I was
me let
cooking them
me
for
add
you,
that. Yeah. Come on.
if I
Come
was
on.
cooking them for you, and you says, "Hey, man, I want sausage," then I'm gonna cook them with sausage.
I like that. I like you, boy.
Yeah.
You listen, guys. I hope y'all are taking notes. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Sneaky. Hey, Miss Eve. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Miss Red. Hey, Kalani. Sister Trish. First Lady Sims is in the building. Good evening, everybody. Listen, let's get to 15,001 heart because we're gonna be going for a minute tonight. Because I miss Sneaky and I like talking to him. And I got his red bean and rice recipe. Hello, somebody. We're gonna have us some red beans and rice real soon, cause that brother can cook. Do you hear me? That boy
Thank
put
you.
his
Thank you.
foot. That boy put his foot in stuff. That boy, he just did some oxtails this weekend, and we talking about, if you want to sit in the hot seat as a parent, as a man, whatever you're going through, yet you want to talk about your health, whatever you want to talk about, the seat is open. But right now, Sneaky and I just be chopping it up together, and he's coping. And I'm kind of a little melancholy tonight because one of my dear, 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 dear friends has passed, and I'm getting ready to go up to the funeral next weekend. And life is so precious. And let me say this, as we halfway through the show, let me say this, and I'm going to be a little cliche right now. Don't sweat the small stuff. I know we all got a crash out or two in us, but be careful with your crash outs because everything doesn't demand a crash out. Because this brother right here, he manages his emotions very well because he can't afford to crash out. He can't afford to crash out. He cannot. I'll repeat that. He cannot afford to crash out. I can't afford to crash out. We all got a crash out in us. We all got one in us. And you got to be careful. You got to be careful when you crash out.
Absolutely.
You got to be careful.
See, crash outs are different.
Yeah. Come on.
Some people crash out to be seen.
Yeah.
My crash out, my crash outs
Yeah.
hurt. Okay,
Yes.
my
Yes.
crash out hurt people.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I manage my emotions. My wife gets mad at me. Bam! Did you just twist your ankle? Yep. Man, that hurt, and I'm gonna keep it going. Everybody, oh. She's like, you don't whine.
Yeah.
You
We
stub your
don't. We
toe. You
don't.
be
We
like,
don't.
oh man, woo, that hurt, and you keep it moving. You might. She's like, why
Yeah.
you? I said because yelling, screaming, and whining doesn't make it hurt any less.
Come
It's
on,
still
Snake.
gonna hurt.
Come on, Snake.
Okay, but I put myself through a lot over these years. Pain is how you manage it. Okay. Now I'm talking physical pain. I'm also talking mental,
Yeah.
pain. It's how you manage it.
Right.
Okay. I've been in situations where you can't, I don't want to say you can't be afraid because you can't avoid that. If you're afraid, you're afraid,
Right.
but you got to push through. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you don't push through and keep your wits about yourself, then somebody else might not make it, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to push through. I jumped out of airplanes for 17 years. If that ain't a push through, that what is?
Come
All
on,
right. It's not
somebody.
natural to step out of an aircraft and fall for a while and make sure your parachute open up. You hit the
Yeah.
ground. Now the war starts. You done already risked your life to get to the ground,
Right.
and now you
That's
got to
right.
risk your life.
Let me ask you
You
this,
know.
since you're talking about that, and this is just for me. This is for my
All right.
education. How
Yeah.
did you did you check your own parachute, or did you have an individual and their sole job was to check every man's parachute, or was one of your responsibilities check your parachute?
All right, so that's a multifaceted question.
I'm glad I asked because I always
All
wanted to
right,
know that.
you have riggers in the
Okay.
Army. You have riggers.
Okay.
It's their responsibility to make sure that your equipment works. Now, where their catch-22 is, they rig the parachutes, but no notice at random. It'll be like, hey, grab one of your chutes and jump it.
Okay. Okay.
All right, that's across the board.
Okay.
So that keeps them honest. I got to make sure all these chutes are good because they could pick me in one of my chutes that I've signed off, put me
Oh.
in an airplane, and you jump my own. I got to jump my own chute.
Okay. Okay.
So that keeps them honest. So no, we don't check the parachute packing because that's somebody else's job.
Got you.
Now,
Got you.
as
Okay.
an airborne soldier, you go to jump master school.
Okay.
So you start as a jump master, then you get senior wings because you have so many jumps and so much experience. Then you get master wings
Right.
because you got so many jumps and so much experience. But being a jump master,
Okay.
when everyone puts on their gear, parachute, 1950, which is their weapons case, their rucksack, anything else, jump missile packs and all that stuff, the jump master makes sure everything's correct. It's called a JMPI,
Okay.
a jump master personnel inspection. You go from making sure there's smooth edges on the helmet, buckles are in the right spot. You check everything on that person. They turn, you check their static line, blah, blah, blah. You smack them on the butt and say you're good to go. So they're trusting you
That's
to
okay.
make sure that the rigging is done, not the
Good.
packing. That's a whole different system. But we put them in a parachute. We do a JMPI, Jump Master Personnel Inspection, to make
Okay.
sure everything's good to go. And then they waddle to the plane because you got so much extra gear on you. And then me as a jump master and my AJ, my assistant jump master, we're going to fly for whatever amount of time. The Air Force is going to open the doors on a C-130 or 141, which you don't use anymore, a C-17 aircraft. They're going to open the doors, make sure everything's good to go. They're going to look me in the face and say, your door, Army. Now, I own the plane, especially if I'm the primary jump master. Okay? And if the weather ain't right and things aren't right, and I've done this on a couple of occasions,
Okay.
I'll cancel the whole drop.
Really? Really?
I've had the colonel, battalion commander, number one jumper. I've had sergeant major, the number two jumper on the other side.
Wow.
And we went in racetracks, a 40-minute racetrack. We flew for 40 minutes. Weather was bad. They did another racetrack. Now, my people are already standing up now. We're with the static line.
Okay.
40 minutes went by. No drop. We're going to do a racetrack. So another 40 minutes,
Okay.
20 to 40 minutes. We're going to try it again. Winds are too high. No drop. Air Force says we can't do it. We do another racetrack.
Okay.
By the time we went around, it was like an hour plus people been standing up. And by this time, I got people taking knees. I got gear. Static lines might not be right. People may be throwing. I called a no drop.
Okay.
No drop. We're not jumping. Sergeant Major's like, what are you doing? And the colonel looked him in the face and says, Sergeant Major, let the jump master do his job.
Wow. I like that.
I canceled the drop. We went back. We landed. Everybody was good to go. Got on trucks. We drove out and went to the field anyway. That's the amount of responsibility
That's
that
good.
me and other people like me have had.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
There's on a C-17, you could have 70, 80 people on that plane. On the C-130, you're going to have 64 jumpers, 32 on each side.
Wow.
And if I'm the primary jump master and I say, nope, situation, the conditions are unfit, we're not jumping, we're not jumping. Even if I got a full bird colonel and I'm a sergeant first class, no, we ain't dropping.
Now that's two.
Roger
How
that.
many ranks
Roger.
above you is the colonel? How many
Sergeant
ranks?
first class.
Okay.
So you got NCOs, non-commissioned officers,
Okay.
and you have officers. Okay, non-commissioned officers start from sergeant E5 and go all the way up to sergeant major.
Okay.
All right. Officers start at lieutenant and go all the way up to general, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. Okay. Full bird colonel, he's wearing the wing. He's wearing the bird.
Okay.
Way above me. Okay. I'm on the bird. I have a lieutenant that is my platoon leader. I have a company commander who's a captain.
This is
All right.
good.
He's responsible for about 200 people. You have a major that's above captain. Then you have, I'm sorry, I'm lieutenant, first lieutenant, captain. Then you have major. You have lieutenant colonel. Then you have full bird colonel.
Okay.
Then you have general. I had
Wow.
full bird, and when I was like, conditions aren't right, we're not jumping. Sergeant major, 3 up, 3 down with a star in the middle, says, "What are you doing, sergeant?" And
Uh-huh.
full bird's like, "Sergeant major, let
Yeah.
jump master do his job."
Let you know what, and that I'm gonna tell you something. That speaks volumes to your integrity and your credibility,
Yeah,
because
well,
the colonel respected your decision as well as your position, and he respected your decision.
absolutely. Well, one, I'm responsible for every life on that plane that jumps out,
Yes, sir.
but so is he. They're his soldiers. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Let one person have a cigarette roll, which is a rolled up parachute, and he hits the ground. Let somebody have a
Ooh,
malfunction.
come
Let something
on.
like that, and we have a major injury or a death on the ground. The
Ooh.
jump master is ultimately responsible, but that's still the colonel soldier.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
general's going to be like, "Colonel, how come one of your people died?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not on my watch, baby.
Yeah.
Not on my watch.
Recite, reiterate one of your brand statements that you always say. You never lost a. Come on, just rattle it off
Oh
for
shucks.
everybody. Rattle it off for everybody.
Four real world combat situation. Went to war 4 times, and I have never lost a man, weapon, or a piece of equipment.
Lord have
Never.
mercy, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm glad I got a great co-host, y'all. Blue Table Talk for Men. We're here to have honest conversations. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the 7,000 hearts. We got 8,000 more hearts to go. I don't want to leave till we get them 8,000 hearts. Do y'all have a question for us this evening? What's on y'all heart this evening, chat? Y'all chat it up. Y'all talk. Y'all engage with us. What's on y'all heart tonight? We're talking everything from the Nolan Wells family, all the way to red beans and rice. And we just, Sneak said he's coping this evening. I'm a little melancholy. Well, Sneak, why did you say you coping tonight? What's going on with you, man?
Well, we had at work. There's this young man, patient. I got to be careful. Um,
Okay.
500 pounds, 18 years old,
Okay.
mind of a 2-year old,
Lord have mercy.
patient. Okay. Now he's in there. Well, he spent the night last night, but he was there the day before.
Yes, sir.
So we do the safety call, and everyone talks about the lab and you know uh, outpatient and med surge and women's. Everybody talks about what their safety issues are. So
Right.
we got to the emergency. They said, "Well, we got just an IVC, involuntary committed patient,"
Okay.
and they were like, "Well, we got this kid, and he's here's a situation, and we're trying to get him placed." All
Right.
right. So they kept going, bam, 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 until it got to me. All right, security. I should say, in regards to safety, the only safety issue I have is based on the size, the strength, the disposition, and the unpredictability of the patient in such and such a room. All of my people have been instructed to use the utmost caution. All right, because I don't want anybody hurt. The reason
Right.
I'm melancholy is they finally released the kid, and he grabbed one of my people and smacked him.
What?
Oh yeah. Now this this
Wow.
this 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 young man, out of his head, blah blah blah.
Yes,
This
sir.
he would hurt you and not know he hurt you.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hurt you, not know he hurt you. He pulled the call thing off the wall
Wow.
and threw it on the ground. So they moved him to a different room. He was bouncing on another. The day before he was in, he was bouncing on the bed. Broke the bed. 500
Wow.
pounds is 500 pounds.
No matter how you slice it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm a little bit melancholy. And I even thank my officer. Hey, good job. I say, I appreciate the fact that you stay professional.
Very
He's
good.
like, yeah, I ain't
Very
heard. I'm
good.
just a little pissed off, blah, blah, blah. Because it takes nothing to give encouragement. It takes
Amen.
nothing to boost up. It takes nothing to reinforce. Hey, man, sorry that happened. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. All right. Hey, thank you for remaining professional. It could have
Very
got so
good.
much worse.
Very
That
good.
type of thing.
Very good.
If you're in charge of people,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
absolutely have to let those people know that you care.
That's right.
All right, because just being the boss is it's not enough.
It's not
All
enough,
right,
my friend. Yeah, that's good
all
stuff,
right.
man. That is good
Just being
stuff.
the boss and being in charge and gaining respect is two different things.
It's man. What? What? It sure is, man. So how is the new guy? The young man that you hired, that you loaned the $100 to,
Yeah.
how's he doing? How's he doing with everything?
I'm keeping an eye on them.
I like
I'm keeping
that.
an
I
eye
like
on them.
that. I like
I'll
that.
leave it that way. And same thing, when you're in charge of folks, you have to mentor, critique, counsel, train,
Right.
observe, that type of thing. And yeah, I'm keeping an eye on them. I'm like, hey, did I make a mistake? Oh, no, sir. All right, just no.
Yeah. Yeah.
This could go south. This ain't a done deal,
Yeah.
baby.
You know
It's not a done deal because
Yeah.
my ultimate responsibility is the team, not one, all of them, including myself, and nobody gets hurt.
That's right.
All right, you can't be negligent. You got to be on time. It ain't personal. Just
Yeah.
like the one who got smacked today. Thanks for staying professional. It ain't personal.
That's
But
right.
if you get mad and start putting a smack down on someone with mental illness, who's going to jail?
Who's going to jail? Not them.
Not them,
Not
because they're
them.
not accountable for their actions at all times.
That's
But if
right.
you take it personally, you get mad and you start trying to throw a smack down. He made me mad, blah, blah, blah. I'm turning your gun, man. It was nice knowing
That's exactly right.
you. You got to be
Because
professional at all times. Yeah,
at all time, you can't lose it. You got to be on your A game every day. Good evening again,
every day.
everybody. We're in the latter stages of our show tonight, the Blue Table Talk for Men. We're here every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Honest, authentic, real conversations. And men, how you doing tonight? 'Cause it's a lot going on. I mean, life is life, and not just for Sneaky and myself, for everybody. Life is life, and for everybody, And that's why I'm glad we have this platform and this forum. So we just collectively here to talk to each other and uplift each other and encourage each other. You know what I'm saying? So listen, how you and Miss Kim doing? Give me a bead on how you and Miss Kim doing.
Oh, we doing. We doing. Um, Talking a little bit more, rubbing a little bit more, that type of thing.
Good.
Everything's all right, man. We're well, I'm not gonna say everything's all right. I'm
Yeah.
saying everything. I gotta stop saying everything.
Okay.
That's an absolute. Things are improving.
Very good.
Okay. When someone asks you to do something in a relationship, and especially multiple times,
Yeah.
and you just ignore it, you're failing.
That's a good
Because
point. That's a good
they
point.
wouldn't ask you or keep saying it if they didn't want it.
That's right. That's right.
Right? It's one thing to bring home the bacon. It's another thing to nurture uh, the feelings, nurture the emotions type of thing. I didn't say
Amen.
control.
That's
I didn't say
good.
fix.
That's
I
good.
said nurture. If
That's
someone's
good.
asking you for something, they want it.
Yes.
If you can give it, how hard is that?
Thank you.
I spend all my days at work being professional, making sure that there's a kind word, professional word, understanding word, and all of that. And I'm not always the best at bringing that home. I'm
Amen.
working on being better at bringing that home.
Hey King. Hey King. Hey King. If you want to jump on the hot seat, King, please do. We're talking everything from giving condolences to the Wells family, to red beans and rice, and we just asked Sneaky how him and his wife doing. My wife is so precious. We are not apart that much, and so I'm having to travel next weekend to a funeral. And she's so precious. She said, I don't like you being away from me. She said, you hurry back as soon as you can. I said, baby, you already know because, I'll sum it up like this. In my previous relationship, I wanted to be away from home. And now I can't wait to get back home. We pretty much just lounge around all day today. Just had a CAT scan last week. Just had my last chemo treatment last week. Having another one next week, and so just kind of lounging around and spending a little extra time with each other. Oh, by the way, I was in a pool tournament this weekend and came in second place out of 2014. So
Nice.
we doing all right. But anyway, come on, talk to me, Snake.
Well, I'm a whole different contrast here because most of my marriage I was away.
Yeah.
I was away, and and trying to not relearn. I mean, I've been home long enough and all that good stuff,
Yeah.
but we have gotten used to being gone and coming back. The reuniting, making sure my kids remembered who I was, that type of stuff. You're gone for 6 months, you're gone for a year, you come
Yeah.
back home.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's not easy, and that takes some work.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing that I learned, you know what I did? The first thing I did whenever I went away and I came home, you know what I took over?
What did you take over?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Because she was paying the bills while I was gone. She was making sure the kids were getting to school while I was gone. She was handling the household while I was gone. I'd leave, fight a fight, go to war, train, do whatever I'm doing. When I came back, I did nothing.
Yeah.
Because why would I come in and step on her toes and try to rearrange what she had been
That's
doing while
so
I was
smooth.
gone?
That's so smooth. And again, but again, she respects you as the man of the house, the head of the household, because of
Yeah.
your heart and your humility. She respects your leadership and your position. I mean, she had to do it just because she had to do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, she did it. She
Yeah.
did it well, and
Yeah.
she continued to do it. This house that I am living in, my second one, she had built from the ground up.
Wow. That's
The other
awesome.
one that we're renting right now, she's the one who made sure the purchasing stuff went through.
That's
I paid
awesome.
for it,
That's awesome.
but I can't tell you how to get property. She can. That type of thing.
That's
It's
awesome,
a it's
Snake.
it's a it's a partnership, man. If man, if you think you need to run everything, you might want to reevaluate that.
Yeah.
I'll leave it like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, it's such a it's definitely an art to being a good husband and a good wife for that matter. It's an art being the man. It's an art form because you got to be powerful yet graceful. And then we'll talk
Mm,
about that. So we'll talk about that at many
absolutely.
episodes.
But
But it's an
but being
art
the
form.
man,
Yeah, being the
being the
man.
man doesn't make you the king.
Come on.
All right. Being the man just means you have the responsibility for the household.
Yeah.
But the rest of the
Capital R.
household can
Capital
support
R.
that.
Yeah.
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 The rest of
Yeah.
the household can help you.
That's exactly right. The greatest man understands it's a team effort. It's a team
Yeah.
effort.
Absolutely.
It's a team effort. Guys, we got 7,000 more hearts to go. We got about 15 more minutes left. We got 7,000 hearts. Y'all, if y'all not tapping, you're napping. Tap on that screen. Be with us here every week. If you want a t-shirt or a coffee mug, the link is at the bottom of the screen. And if there's a man in your life, ask him this question. Number one, ask him this question. And number two, with that man in your life, when was the last time y'all had an honest conversation? I had a client, and I shared with her this past Friday. She's a young lady that lives in California, and she was about to make a decision on her relationship. And I said, before you go there, you sit down with him and you guys have an honest conversation and talk about how you feel, talk about where you are, and talk about where you're going. You know what I'm saying? It is essential, necessary, and fair to have an honest conversation. Just sit down, no emotion, and sit down and have an honest conversation. I expected A, and I keep getting D. I expected A, and I keep getting D. Why is it? There's a why. There is a why, and instead of just folding the towel, walking away, let's talk about why you're expecting one thing and getting something totally different. A conversation is worth out after you spend X number of years together. It's worth having a conversation.
You already look alike.
Yeah, that part. That part, Sneak. That part. Man, I'm so proud of you, man. So what you got coming up the rest of the week? Hey, Mike.
I'm just gonna. We finished working. I have one guy I'm trying to transfer in, work stuff, transfer in.
Okay.
Um, That's it. This weekend we're gonna go up to Raleigh. We're in North Carolina. They got this dinosaur show thingy, a short
Really?
round. So we're gonna roll up
Oh
there early,
wow.
get a
Okay.
hotel, spend the night, let him see the dinosaurs. Hopefully he reacts to it well,
Okay.
and then we'll, go get something to eat in a good place. Hopefully they cook better than me, and then,
I know you love
and then
seafood.
we'll head on
I know
back.
you love
Oh,
seafood.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, it's gonna be a short round weekend. Me, Kim, his mother, father, and him, and we're just gonna go up there and hang out.
Well, how is his father doing? How's that young man doing? Is he
He's doing well.
good?
He came in, and he was like, "Well, I got to get everything done, and then I'll see you tomorrow." I said, "Well, you can spend the night,
Okay.
man."
Y'all don't know how big that is.
I'll
Y'all
let you say.
y'all don't know how huge that is. From day one to now, and that brother can spend the night. Y'all don't know how big that is. That's
Oh
big.
yeah.
That's
You
big.
know
Talking
what?
about
Is
dinosaur.
Mike
That's
Lowry? Is that
Tyrell.
Mike Lowry? Hey, Mike.
That's
Hold on. I gotta get that.
Mike.
Where is Mike Lowry? Where we at?
Mike. Let
Mike
me see if
Lowry.
we can come up here. Come here, Mike. Come here. Come here. We following Mike. Come here, Mike. You gotta at least say good evening, Mike. Come on, let me invite him to
Oh
the
yeah,
hot seat.
but
He
yeah.
gotta
You want to
say,
jump on the hot seat?
come on, Mike.
Absolutely.
You gotta say good evening, Mike. Come on, come on. You gotta say good evening. I invited him. He gotta say
Instacart and
good
something.
evening.
Yep. Absolutely.
You gotta say good evening, Mike. How you doing, man? Thumbs up to you too, Mike. Hey, Meredith. Good evening again, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right. Keep the
Hey, D Nudie.
Nolan Wells family in your prayers. Keep them in your prayers. And that's anybody that's lost a loved ones. Let's be sensitive to it. And they arguing. Well, why do y'all bring race into it? It really doesn't matter because losing a child, a parent, the worst thing in the world is for a parent to lose a child and have to bury their child. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And
Yep.
so it's racial. Yeah, yeah. But at the end of the day, parents have lost a child. Had the world in
Yep.
front of him, a football player, etc. He was gonna be a phenom.
Good
But
looking kid.
good
Yeah.
looking, awesome,
Looking kid.
awesome,
But
awesome
here's my
looking
answer.
brother.
When people say, "Well, you got to put race into it," I'm like, name something that isn't.
That part,
Name something where race isn't in the United
that
States of
part,
America. Name something
that part,
that doesn't have something to do with race in this country.
that part,
Yeah.
that part, and let's be sensitive. And I told my followership, and I'm gonna say it Sunday, and tell my followership, close your eyes and imagine Nolan was your child. And like I was telling Sneak, yes, and I'm angry as well. But this just hit me a little different. I don't know. It just hit me a little different. And I just and listening to the mother in her interview, and they were on the Good Morning America show, etc. And they're doing interviews, and it just breaks your heart. And the daddy got choked up,
Yeah.
and they went looking for him. And let me say this: actions speak a lot louder than words.
Hmm.
When the friends of Nolan and their lack of activity, I'll just leave it right there, says a lot. The lack of activity says a lot. If this
If I
was
may.
if this was your friend, you at breakfast the next morning, you not saying, Pops, Daddy Nolan, Daddy Wells, I'll go out and look with you. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. Actions speak a lot louder than words. Come on, Snake.
They do. And well, here's my thing. If black people are so evil and so criminal and this, that, and the other, how come we're so quick to forgive?
We are. We are.
After everything that's happened and tragedy, you got. I just want to forgive the person that did blah 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 to so and so and so and so. Now I'm not the biggest forgiving heart. Now I mean we're gonna let that ride. But anyway,
Okay.
we after so much
Yes.
and they still say, I'm gonna rely on the Lord, and I'm gonna forgive the person that did this to me, that did this to my family member, that did this to our
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
And we're the quickest ones to forgive,
We're
but
loving. We're loving.
other
That's
folks are
one
the
thing
quickest
about
ones
us.
to get angry,
Yeah, we are loving
pissed
because
off.
look, Snake, and I
Mm.
think we may have said this last week, and y'all put this in your notes, put this in your back pocket. If it was one of them amongst us, they are safe. Now, one of us amongst them, not so much. But with us, if you're the only one of whatever ethnicity, with us, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't got nothing to worry about. We take care of folks.
Yeah,
We are loving.
yeah.
That's one thing I love about us. Our people. One thing I love about us. Amen. Okay, Dion. Dion, do you want to come on the hot seat? We got time. You want to come up here? Um, Well, I saw a whole lot of posts, Sneaky, and that's why me and my wife, I said, y'all pray for the pastor, cause I'm telling you, if something happened to Jonathan and Jordan, I'm gonna be praying hard because I've seen a lot of courtrooms where the dad was like, he wasn't feeling forgiveness when his child has been
I
something
mean,
happened to his child at
we
the
can talk
hands of
about pray.
somebody. Yeah,
We can talk about pray. PRAY or PREY.
come on.
You decide.
You decide that part, Snake. You remember the movie New Jack City?
Mhm.
He was not found guilty of anything, and he was walking out of the courtroom, and Wesley Snipes' character Nino Brown, he got unalived at the end of New Jack City. I may have to rewatch that movie, but yeah,
PRTREY.
yeah,
Pray
yeah. I mean, yeah.
is what it is.
I heard one TikToker sneak. I heard one TikToker say, "Hey, I believe in the Old Testament God. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth."
There you go. There you
He
go.
said two for two, sneaky. He said, "I believe, hey, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, dog for dog, cat for cat."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't have the biggest forgiving heart. I'm working on it. But, they say regimentalized. I was trained in a different direction.
Yeah, I
All
love you,
right.
Sneak. I'm like I said, I'm glad you on my team, Sneak. If I need you, I know your number.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But,
Hey, Mika.
I do feel for their family,
Yes, sir.
but there's less sorrow, more anger on my side.
Understand, and rightfully so, my brother. Rightfully so, and I love you, man. And I just think the world of you, man. And I preach grace and mercy and forgiveness and all that good stuff. And I said, Lord, I believe I'm a certain place. And
Hmm.
but if I'm pushed, and this is why this just really hit me this week and last week. It really hit me, and it kind of made me soul search a little bit because we as a nation, we've been through a lot in 250 years. It's mean, and I know you remember when Roots was the talk of the networks. Roots came out in the mid 70s. Chicken George, Kuta Kente, etc. My pastor, my daddy said he's told us as a family. He said I can't watch Roots because it makes me mad.
Let me bounce back to the 250.
Come on. Yeah, amen.
250 years is when they started after they got their independence.
Yes, sir.
My ancestors were getting jacked up way before that.
That's true.
All right. So you can talk about 250 years of a democracy that seems to be doing what it's doing now.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm talking about 400 years of slavery.
Yeah,
All right. So, the math ain't mathing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My Lord, man, it's something else, Sneak. It's something else, man. And like you said, man, we are such a loving nation, a loving people. We love everybody as much as we have been dealt with and handled. We love everybody. It's just how we are. We got
Well,
the biggest
I see
hearts.
now. I didn't say loving. I said forgiving. I didn't say loving. I said forgiving. But I
My
understand.
bad, my bad, my bad. That you so you know where I'm by, you know where I'm tuned in.
I'm with
That's
you.
my
I'm with
word.
you.
You know, I'm that's
Yeah.
that's that's who I am. You know, that's who
Yeah.
I am.
I've forgiven a lot of people
Yes,
that
sir.
I still wish I could get, man, but I've forgiven them.
Hey, SD. Hey,
Ain't
SD.
no love there, though. I'm just saying.
You funny. You funny. Right, right, SD. That's right. That's right, man. That's right. Hey, SD. What's your final words, man? And thank you again for the red beans and rice recipe. I got it right here.
But here's my final. Since you used the red beans. Okay. No matter what situation you're in, try to find a way to do something that you enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. That lowers the temperature. All right. It brings the heat down. It helps you center yourself. I don't care if it's riding a bike. I don't care if it's cooking. I don't care, painting, watching a favorite show, go to a movie, go out to dinner with somebody you care for. Whatever you enjoy, make sure you do that often
That's good.
because it can help you maintain your sanity. This is a crazy country we're in. Those of you that are listening to us from the United States, and it can get overwhelming. Okay. I get to the point where I'm like, more? What? They're still doing it?
Yeah.
And then I'll do something that I got to keep myself centered.
That's good.
I got a family
That's
to take
good.
care of.
That's good.
So
That's
whatever
good.
you're doing that you enjoy, make sure you find time to do that
Amen. That's good.
because things aren't going to be terrible forever.
That's good, Sneak. I love you so much. I love you so much, man.
I
And you
love you
have
back.
fun. You have fun with short round with them dinosaurs this weekend. You and Miss Kim.
Absolutely.
All right, love you, man.
Love you back. Take care.
I want to echo. Hey, Sean. I want to echo what Sneak said. Enjoy your family. Spend time with your family. Do something as a man. Do something to help vent. We got a portable air conditioner for our bedroom. That thing is so smooth. But the one thing, and it vents out to it has an air hose that goes outside. And one thing you have to do, it builds up water inside, evaporation. It builds up water inside as a water tank. And so just today, I just kind of want to gauge it because we've had it for about a week, and I wanted to gauge at the rate at which it builds up water, and so I drained it, not much water. So after 7 days, it had maybe I'm gonna be very generous, maybe 16 ounces of water, maybe. But as a man, and ladies, I'm just talking to the brothers. This is the Blue Table Talk for men. As a man, you need to be able to relieve yourself, express, vent, have an outlet. One of the things I do, I play pool. And I said a few minutes ago, I came in second place in a tournament this weekend. My wife and I are going to have date night tomorrow. We're going to play pool tomorrow. I got pool league Thursday, and I got another tournament Friday. And there is a lot going on, and that's why, as a pastor, you ought to have a spiritual, hey Tabby, you ought to have a spiritual experience. You ought to have a relationship with you know who, with the Lord. Because at the end of the day, 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 everything is going to be all right. Again, let's pray for the Wells family. Let's pray for the Pride family. Let's pray for everybody going through bereavement right now. And I speak blessings over everybody this evening. And I'm so thankful for my co-host. And we're here every Wednesday night. Sean, come back next week. You wanted to hop on really at the end of the show, and I didn't want to cut you short. But come back next week, Sean. Please come back next week and just chop it up with us. Dion, come back next week. We're here every week. And if you want a shirt, there's a link at the bottom. If you want a shirt, And this was episode 116 tonight. If you want a t-shirt, a blue taped off a t-shirt, you want a mug, the link is at the bottom of the screen right below me. If there's a man in your life, and man, I'm asking you this question: how are you really doing? And when was the last time you had an honest conversation? Somebody asked you how you doing, but were you really honest with how you doing? When was the last time you had an honest conversation? What's really bothering you? What's really on your mind? What's really on your heart? What are you really challenged with? When was the last time you were just really honest with somebody, even yourself? When were the last time you were honest with yourself? Now, you know you shouldn't be doing that. Self, you know you shouldn't be thinking that. Self, you shouldn't be doing that. Self. Sometimes we're not even honest with ourselves. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. We'll be back next week. That was a whole nother show. But anyway, so thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for 14,000 hearts. I want 15,000. Can y'all give me the 15,000 before I hit the off button? Can we get to 15,000? Let's see if we can get to 15,000. Trish, Dion, SD, Meredith. Can we get to 15,000 hearts before I hit this good night button? But when was the last time you had an honest conversation? Ambo. And I put this, I could read it for you. With the Nolan Wells situation, it's this simple. He was beaten and his body was dumped back on Horn Island. Everybody, his dad, everybody searched for him on the 5th. They found him the morning of the 6th. He was beaten by somebody or somebodies, allegedly. He was beaten, allegedly dumped back on Horn Island, found. This independent autopsy that's being done, the results are probably out, or they would definitely be out in the morning. He was unalived by so-called friends. It's that simple. These are not master criminals. It's that simple. They are not master criminals, and the theys are sitting around trying to figure out what are they gonna do. Cause somebody's got to pay for this, and somebody will. The truth will come out. We at 15,000. Thanks everybody. Thank you for the new followers. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for our 15,000 hearts. We're going to get to 20,000 one of these shows. We're going to get to 20,000. Yes, Kaepernick is funding the autopsy. Tyler Perry is paying for the funeral. I'm so proud of them. Yes, Sean, exactly. They are not master criminals. They are young 18-year-olds that younger. Another layer to this, drinking, underage drinking, and rugs. That's a whole nother layer. So at a minimum, something should be done. And I looked up, I Googled what was the consequence of underage drinking, and it's a misdemeanor, but they were underage drinking. But again, and let me say something else, and this is a generic statement as well. Yeah, thank you, SD. Let me say this, and all of y'all put this in your back pocket. Longevity does not a good friend make. Come on, somebody. That's hashtag Dr. Sims. Y'all type that in. Type that in. That's right, Sneak. Type that in. Longevity does not a friend make. What are you saying, Dr. Sims? What are you saying, Dr. Sims? Just because we supposed to be friends since we were 6 years old and we 18, 19, 20 now, that doesn't mean you're a good friend. I have friends. I have met Sneaky. We've been friends 4 years and we are good friends. Known in 4 years. We met in Atlanta. Been friends 4 years. This is our 116th episode. And I consider Sneaky a good friend. We've only known each other 4 years. Hey, Nick, I've known Meredith about 4 years. I consider her a good friend. She's a client. I consider her a good friend. Just because you've been friends with somebody 25 years, that does not make you a good friend. Longevity is not a good indicator. Come on, Nick. Just because we've been friends, oh, we've been friends forever, that doesn't make you a good friend. Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I received that, Sean. Thank you, man. Yeah. Sean. By the way, Sean, another brother that was on Periscope with us, David Pride. He passed early this week, and I'm going to the funeral. He lives in Hollis, Maine, but the funeral's going to be in Portland. Um, yeah, out of the blue, out of the blue, out of the blue. I'm heartbroken. I'm really heartbroken. Good friend of mine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Nick. Nick doing fine, Nick. I'm a pool player now, Nick. I'm a pool player now, Nick. Nick is a good friend of mine too, y'all. We play golf together on so many occasions. But I'm a pool player now, Nick. I'm a pool player now. I'm a pool player now, Nick. But them, hey, I've been giving golf lessons to people, that they pop up in my live or my FYP page. I give golf instructions. Yeah, amen. Yeah. I know, right? I know, but anyway, we're going to get out of here, y'all. Thank you for the 15,000 hearts. We will see you next Tuesday. Love you. Answer this question. Nick, ask your wife to ask you this question. When was the last time Mrs. Nick asked you this question? Tell her to ask you that question. You be willing to be honest with her, okay? I love y'all. And remember, if you stay high on life, life's going to stay high on you. And continue to pray one for another, okay? I love you. God bless you.